Hello everyone, it's WhackyAnimeWhatIF here to present you with What If Issei had the Yandere gear, Part 2. The what if starts with Issei in pink tight pants that the new principal of Kyo Academy gave him. Although the principal is kind of odd, having pants that perfectly fit him and has a ton of high schooler pants in his office in a drawer under his desk. Along with a picture of him with his kids, although now that he looks at it, the kids kind of look a little bit shy. Maybe they're just camera shy. Issei is just sitting in the principal's office, waiting for him to come back. Examining his office, he also notices the principal had the lights off and there was candles set. Issei also noticed that they smell pretty nice. He also happens to notice that the moment that he stared at the candles long enough, he just realized it's like all of it just clicked into his mind, and he thought, oh nah, I gotta get the fuck out of here. He looks towards the door and sees it's about to open, and as it slowly opens, it reveals the principal. As he stares directly at Issei, it's revealed it's Herbert the pervert, as he says,
Hi there, Issei. I got some popsicles for you. They're a little bit creamy in the middle, but that adds extra flavor.
As Issei hears this, he runs towards the window and he says, get me the fuck out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nuh-uh. And he just jumps out. He just opens the window, jumps out. He lands on the grass as it was only on the first floor. And then he starts to run as he hears Mr. Herbert the pervert, the principal, just sticks his head directly outside and says,
Issei, if you're lactose intolerant, you could have just said so. I got a corn dog in my pants with your name on it. I also got some ketchup with it, although it's kind of white ketchup. It's new, don't worry.
And then Issei he just loses it. He starts running faster towards the Kyo gate, and right when he's out of view, the last thing Issei could hear from Principal Herbert was,
Issei, get your fat ass back here.
As Issei is climbing the gate, he jumps down very quickly, and Issei was just gone. He was just running like Sonic towards his house. He was like, fuck this school. They should have done like backgrounds. Like, how the fuck did he get hired as the principal? This school didn't do no background checks or nothing. I'm 80% sure he should be 100 miles away from a school, not in the middle of it as a principal. It's like putting Garrett from Subway as an employee at Subway. You just don't do that shit, man. As Issei is still running towards his house, he bumps into the same crazy bitch who chased him earlier. He ends up thinking, what if I didn't run? What if I didn't hide? What if I fought back? He then tries a right hook, but the woman just dodges, weaved, got into his range, and uppercutted him. As he is falling, Issei swears he can hear someone say, he is falling in the air. Someone get that brother out the air. Then he hits the ground, knocked the fuck out. The woman looks down at him and says, oops, I did that on accident. Sorry about that. Guess I gotta carry him back. She princess carried Issei to his house, unaware someone took a video of this, and Issei was gonna blow up the next day, and there was gonna be tons of rumors around school. Time skip. The next day, Issei wakes up and holds his jaw, saying, anyone get the number of that UFC boxer? As Issei makes that joke, he tries to laugh, but his jaw hurts. So much, he then gets out of bed, goes to the bathroom, grabs a painkiller, and downs it. Then tries to pull back the shower curtain, trying to take a shower, only to see the same crazy bitch right there, jump scaring the fuck out of him. Issei does a totally manly scream. Who am I kidding? He screamed like a bitch. His voice was so high pitched that people thought that it was just a fucking dog whistle going off. Dogs even started running outside as he was screaming. And as he finally stopped, he ran to the bathroom door, forgetting to open the door, face planting into it, and falling on the ground. He sees the crazy chick above him just staring him down and sarcastically saying, "Issei, we talked about this. You have to open the door first before you try running through it." Issei says, "Fuck you." The woman merely teasingly says, "Sure, you can try." Issei is in an awkward moment of silence, not knowing how to respond to that. The woman says, "Now that you finally shut the fuck up, my name is Kurumi. I'm here because I am one of the 7 guards for the King of Obsession. I am only here because that gear gets passed down, and with each user of the gear of Obsession, each guard has to be around them, or each night." Issei merely says, "Oh, I get it now," and he quickly pulls out his phone, calls 911, and says, a mental patient is in my home. I'm gonna need you to send somebody." Before he could even finish the word saying somebody, immediately his phone is shot out of his hand by a flintlock bullet. Issei got so scared when Kurumi shot it that he thought he shit himself until he realized he did. Kurumi merely looks at him and says, "Did you just shit yourself?" Issei merely has a straight face and says, "I cannot confirm nor deny your claims." Kurumi, trying to ignore what he just said, or to ignore the fact that he just shit himself, says, "You obviously don't know who the King of Obsession is. Well, there's been many stories. It's a sacred gear that has passed down from human to human. It enhances them to their best state slowly by amplifying the desires of the opposite sex around them, little by little, until they fall madly in love with them, although it only works on the supernatural." Issei, taking this in, says, "One question, the fuck is a sacred gear?" Kurumi merely gives him the "are you stupid" face and face palms as she says, "It's a weapon that is passed down to humanity by God, so they have a fighting chance in a world full of supernatural races that would do them harm." Issei says, "Okay, so which mental hospital did you escape from, and who do I have to call to put you back?" Kurumi merely shows Issei an example of the supernatural by using her right hand and chopping at her left hand so fast it cuts it off. Her left hand goes flying and it lands in Issei's lap. As blood splurts out of where her left hand previously was, Kurumi looks at Issei playfully and says, "Looks like I need a hand. Can you be a sweetheart and hand me it?" She chuckles at that. But seeing Issei is frozen in place, processing what she did, she decides to summon her flintlock to her right hand, and she shot her head. Issei sees the hand in his lap, rewind and go back to before she cut it off, as if it never happened. Kurumi merely says, "I forgot to mention, but I'm a spirit, also known as the worst spirit. I manipulate darkness to an extent and time." She says this and winks to Issei. As he processes all this, all of a sudden they hear a loud noise outside, as both Issei and Kurumi then hear a loud crash downstairs, figuring that someone broke in. Issei knows it isn't his parents forgetting the key and just, kicking down the door, as they left for America yesterday for a business meeting. Issei sees Kurumi sprint out of the restroom and kick open the bathroom door, hears her sprint down the stairs and scream, "Surprise, motherfuckers!" and hears her let it loose and start shooting her flintlock, and decides to go down the stairs. He sees one man with a fedora, a trench coat, and black wings on the ground with 2 holes in his torso, which he can clearly see through them to the outside. He also saw a hole in the middle of his brain, and his brain poured out on the ground. He also sees Kurumi running on the sides of the wall, dodging light spears from 2 fallen angels, one with a gothic dress and small slender frame, and the other has... the one with small slender small slender frame also has blonde hair and blue eyes, and the other with huge assets and a mature face and figure, along with the navy blue hair and light brown eyes. But her beauty is ruined by her furious face as she throws another light spear. It misses Kurumi, and Kurumi looks at her, sticks her tongue out at her, and says, "Gotta be faster than that, Sonny. You almost got it." Then Kurumi shoots her flintlock as the bullet pierces into the short fallen angel's brain, just blowing it directly out the other side of her head as it lands on the wall, her brain matter splattering everywhere. She falls down dead on the ground. Kurumi then, with her other hand, summons a musketeer and shoots a musket and shoots the mature one's leg. She falls to the ground, clutching it as Kurumi chuckles, getting closer to her. Her eyes seem more sinister, her right one glowing as her left one's clock turns faster, absorbing the two people's time she just killed. She stares at the surviving one as she tries to stand to get away from Kurumi. Kurumi says, "It seems you've fallen and can't get up. You should get life alert. I never leave home without it." Collar looks at her with tears and says, "How old are..." Before she could finish her next word, Kurumi blows her brains out and says, "Never ask a woman her age. It's rude." She then stares at Issei as he watched all this. As she stares at him, she says, "Don't worry, you're safe now." She giggles creepily as Issei nervously gulps. The What If ends. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure you turn on the notifications so that you get my videos when they come out. And I hope you all have that wonderful day. And I hope you got a few laughs. Goodbye, everyone.